All right. Wait, let me continue recording. Okay. Back from our sober cart intermission. Um, and now back to our regularly scheduled programming. Um, of Windswept Wednesdays. Sorry, my friends over at Sober Cart invited me to do a quick round of Sober Cart, and we have done that, and we are back to resume Windswept Wednesdays. Where were we? Ugh, gosh. Did we 100%? Yeah, okay, we did the 100%. The 100%. Now we're on. Coinless Pacifist. Good so far. Don't touch anything. I don't need to hit those guys anymore. Oh boy, that looks rough. Yo, yes, yes, yes. What's up, man? Dude, okay. I took a quick break from the stream. Nice to see you. Oh my gosh, thank you for coming to hang out. I took a quick break from the stream to do a round of sober cart. But no, I'm still at home here. I'll be flying to Texas tomorrow. I don't know if there's gonna be a stream tomorrow, but Friday is gonna be the IRL stream where we do the hot ones, wings, and cold ones as well. But right now we're just continuing with Windswept Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Oh man, it's nice to see you. Uh, so now I'm on this Honey Buzz boiler level, and currently attempting to complete it without touching any coins or enemies. Or saw blades, also those can kill you. How are you doing, dude? Hope you're not too busy with whatever you were doing. Thank you for saying hi. Yeah, but I'll be landing in Texas. I think about like 5 p.m. Out 7 p.m. over there, 5 p.m. over here. Um, Not sure I can hang out on Friday. That's why. Dude, that's awesome. But like, thank you, man. Thanks for the support. I hope there's some content for you in case you enjoy that. I don't know. I am realizing I'm getting a surprising number of like views post live stream. So some people are watching the VODs, and if you're one of those people, then awesome, thank you. And hopefully our sober card stream will also provide you with that entertainment. Mm. But yeah, I appreciate it. I'm not gonna ask you to do the things because I'm not here to try to beg for it. But dropping a like on the stream would help me out. The comments, every comment. I can't. Okay, every comment helps. But again, don't do it if you don't want to do it because I only recently started using the like button on YouTube. It's kind of cool because thanks, dude. Yeah, I'm back too. What's up, dude? GG's, man. You beat me on Salty Speedway pretty good. Um, but yeah, thank you for that if you do. But again, when you like, I don't know if you know this, I'm sure you probably do, but when you like a video on YouTube, like you can always go back to your liked videos. It's like saved almost like, oh, it's almost like bookmarking the video, when you do that. So if you used your liked videos for things that you want to return to later, then I don't want to pollute, you know, the videos that you have liked. That's not. I'd rather, if you do want to revisit and watch it, or you do like it, then yeah, go ahead and do it. But, oh, thank you. um, that's one of the things I don't want to do is beg for likes. Ooh. So, if you like it, don't forget to do that. If you haven't already subscribed, oh, I think you have because you got the notifications. Okay, so coins kill me, enemies kill me. Oh! The pill bugs, I can hit them and land on them like a Koopa. And that doesn't count as killing them, because, you know, they're still alive. Oh boy. Okay. Holy hell. Now, I gotta get through this without... I can't believe that. First try, huh? Okay. Wait, it's not over yet. No! I should have just went. And also screwing sober... Wait, hold on. It was funny playing sober cart, and I gave you the first win to you unsalties. Oh, and also screw... Oh, were you hitting Sean? Is that why I won? Thank you. I had to give him his fair rematch, though, too, because I know I'll never beat Sean on Salty Salty Speedway. I'll talk one time when no one's listening. But, dang it. Alright. I've already 100%ed the level. For the most part. There's one thing that I haven't done yet that I will attempt to do every time, but until it becomes not feasible. I gotta get this little crab buddy who looks like or functions like Squitter the spider from Donkey Kong Country. After one round, you said after one round, my internet decided to not be good. Blast. To the point where I had to use my hotspot in the same... Okay, I see. That is fair. Okay. Dang it. See, now, you can, like, the turtle can fly, true. But depending on the obstacles you have to traverse, it's not a be-all, end-all solution to everything, you know? Okay. I love how, like, there's obstacles that, even behind the obstacles, there are coins. So, even if you somehow dodge the obstacle, the area is still kind of denied because of the coins. Like, those ones there, and these ones. I still have to, I can't just, like, go. Oh. It's such a smart way of adding a new game plus to your platformers. I'm sorry. You know, probably in a lot of platformers, a maneuver like that would be considered very difficult. Between the saw blades. You go between the saw blades a lot in this game, though. Oh, drat. I'll probably end the stream in about 2 hours or so. Just had a little brief intermission to play around a sober cart. Dang it, okay. I think I want to go... Oh, whoops. Broke my headphones. I think I want to go above the B there. Yeah, see, that is not hard at all. If you've played this game a lot, you should try this game. And when I say you, I mean anybody that can hear my voice and that has clicked on the video. Rats. Damn. See, I can still mess it up, even though I'm kind of good at it. It's not that hard. There are harder needles you have to thread. Like you have to go in between some really tight saw blades in other levels of this game. Other levels of this game. And again, you know, if the difficulty of this game and the way that I'm playing it even is daunting, you don't have to do anything that I'm doing at all. In fact, like the challenge that I'm doing now is not even a challenge that I can prove that I've done in any way in game. Like I'm doing the broke pacifist, meaning no coins, no enemies at the same time. You really don't have to do that ever. Oh gosh, this is... I realized that as I was playing this level earlier, I was killing those bees every time. I was trying to learn to avoid the enemy. I'm sorry, I missed the platform. Okay, try again, try again. What am I even doing? That was a well-timed drop dash if what I was trying to do was go headfirst into the blades. However, comma, I was not trying to die there. Okay. I already did that challenge with those guys. Now I have to... Ooh, this is very tight. Dang it! Ooh, boy. See, and then the thing with that infinite jumps too, that I should mention, is it's actually like not just infinite jumps, but every single time you do that technique, which I'm calling flop dashing, this, every time you do that, the height you actually get is based on like what frame. Hey, what's up, Dom? Nice to have you back. I'm back. Just did a quick little round of sober cart, and I'm glad you came back. I thought maybe people wouldn't, and it's super fine if you don't. But what up, dude? Nice to see you again. Thanks for hanging out. I'm on the where I left off when I ended stream the first time. I am doing the broke pacifist version of this level now. I might get this done, and then I don't know if I should. Oh my gosh. Go for the cartridge. The cartridge for the world is in this level. You have to bring Nippa all the way to the end. All the way to the end. So. But I haven't even been able to make it to Nippa yet on this stream, so got a lot of work to do. I don't know if I should go for the bring Nippa to the end to get the cartridge right now, or try to do that later. I feel like maybe by the time I get through the coinless pacifist, I'll probably have the dexterity to attempt bringing Nippa to the end. So maybe the best bet would be, while I have the muscle memory, go for it. I'm not going to do it on the coinless pacifist. I'll get that first, and then I'll go back. Yeah, thanks for coming back. Dare to tell you what games I'm planning to stream after Windswept? Damn it, I keep... Okay. The first one's no problem, because I'm starting that grounded. The second one is a little bit of an issue. I was thinking, let's see. The map seems like you are gonna face the fire. Or something. Is this the last, is this a last arc? This is actually, about 2/3 of the way through the second to last world. um, before the final boss. So, um, yeah, it is pretty crazy. But this is actually, I think, this is the level. Oh, whoops! I died because I accidentally hit the reset button. This is actually, yeah, about 2/3 of the way through the 4th out of 5 worlds before the final boss. And then after the final boss, there's actually is when the game gets hard. So this isn't even like the hard part of the game yet. What is hard about this though, I will say, we are on super hard mode, which means I only get to use checkers. And oh my gosh, you get essentially 4 jumps. If you have marbles and checkers, you get 4 jumps for the most part, technically, kind of. But with just checkers, you have basically a double jump only. So I get one, like, I mean, true height gaining double jump. And then after that, I can get infinite jumps, which the height gain on them varies depending on my execution. And also because this is super hard mode, the other thing that makes this level really hard is I have to do it with no checkpoints. So all of this has to be done in one run. There it is. Okay, cool. And now I gotta make it through this section without touching any enemies or any coins or saw blades. A checkpoint would be nice, yes, but on super hard mode, which is checkers the turtle only with no marbles, you don't get checkpoints. What's funny is there's like cheat codes you can turn on in the game to create checkpoints, and if you're playing on super hard mode, that cheat code doesn't work. So I gotta really do this entire level without touching coins, enemies, or saw blades even once. Nice. Dang, I was trying to avoid that bee. That's what made me jump all sloppy. Maybe in the future, I will revisit this game. Like, not... I plan to just stream speedruns of the game, but maybe in the future, when I actually spend the time to figure things out that would increase the quality of the stream, such as input display. If I can figure out how to set up input display so you can see the buttons I'm pushing, then I'll revisit this game with input display so you can see exactly how I'm doing the moves that I'm doing. But if you do have any questions about how any of it works, I would love to explain it because this game is so sick. Dang it. But yeah, this isn't even like, there's levels before the boss of this. This isn't even the last level in the world that I'm on. And then after this world, there's one more world. And then you fight the final boss, and then there's 2 post-game worlds. There's 2 post-game worlds. And the first one is where it's crazy. No, the first post-game world is where the game starts to actually get hard. I remember, do you remember the level I was showing you in the office? Remember when I was showing you that level? To be honest, that level is actually one of the hardest ones in the game. It's like, it's in the first post-game world. But the specific challenge that you have to do, like I showed you, you gotta like go at the right speed to keep checkers on screen the whole time. You can't go too fast or too slow or you lose everything. And which kind of also means no checkpoints, because even if you die and you have a checkpoint, now you're starting without the turtle at the top of the screen. Yeah, Sawmill Thrill is a notoriously difficult, stressful level for a lot of people, and I'm glad that was the one I got to show you, even like including the very, 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 very last levels in the game. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's harder, but it's a fair question or thought if you think the level I showed you is possibly the hardest level in the game. But yeah, it gets harder than this. This is the point where the game is like, no, the game's not hard yet. Surprisingly. But again, you know, you don't have to. Oh, shoot. This level you do have to play if you want to, you know, beat the final boss. But you don't have to play it the way I'm playing, right? So, like, I could very easily touch the coins and I could go, like, under here instead, right? I could kill the enemies that are in my way But I'm a masochist, so I'm a masochist, so I'm trying to do both of those achievements at the same time. Even if you wanted to hunt 100% of the achievements in this game, you never have to do what I'm doing right now. There is no achievement or any evidence that you could even provide to tell anybody, show anybody that you did what I'm doing, which is because you can just separately go for no coins. Crap. That's okay, dude. Go be busy, man. Like, if you want to have it on in the background, that's cool. Muted, that's cool. If you want to just leave, dude, totally, man. Like, maybe I feel like maybe I might be putting too much pressure on you, Dom. Like, you can miss my stream, man. Still love you. Still love you. Just as much. Like, that's like the last thing I want is for people to feel like obligated. Yeah, whatever, dude. Like, oh. And I appreciate when you come in. And if you don't, I appreciate that you know I still love you if you don't show up. I appreciate that. If you thanks, man. That means so much. Like that really means a lot to me because I had to talk to AI for a minute. I shouldn't have said that. I should have said I had to talk to my friend. But I had to talk to AI to and you know, I know they're like coded to tell me what I want to hear, but I feel like I'm not putting in the effort that content creators put in to do this. So I feel like, man, why is anybody watching this? I don't believe it. And I even ask, like, are people just like watching this to support me, you know, because they're my friends, or like, is this actually something that people want to put on when they, like, you know, eat or try to go to sleep, you know? Shoot. Oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. Dom said, I'm just busy because some really incompetent guy that is making me go insane. Dude. I will cover a match tomorrow and he indicates the wrong start time. Dude. That is a mistake that could just throw all of it. That's a pretty big mistake, dude. So I think you're very right to be frustrated. I'm sorry, dude. That is a very high level incompetence, if you ask me. But I didn't need to tell you that. You already knew that. You're experiencing it, and I'm so sorry, dude. Holy crap. Hope that doesn't become a continuous issue in the future for you, because you're my friend, and I hope good things for you. I'll say it, I'm not like a big streamer by any means. So, if it's okay with you, I consider you my friend. It's not a parasocial thing, it's social. Dang it. Dang it. Goes for anyone that wants to try and be my friend right now. Let's see. He's so amateur that the current president of the local federation already invited me to go on the next competition. Yeah. Oh. You don't, but they'd rather have you than the guy. That's sounds about right. Because, like, you just give me a small example of what you're dealing with, and wow, yeah, that's pretty big. That's pretty incompetent. But he's so bad at what he does that my yeah, that's yep. It's not even they like you more. It's like low-key, we kind of need you here. Otherwise, we got to get like 3 other people to make sure he's. Yeah, that's some. Does it like? What if you think about it like this? I mean, yeah, don't let me tell you how to feel. For example, let's see. For example, the match that I will cover tomorrow is worth exactly nothing. Literally nothing. Damn. Like, oh my gosh. I've thought this myself, but like, because he doesn't know how to make a decent regulation. What do you mean? What do you mean decent regulation? If you can explain exactly what you mean by that, or not, I can kind of use context clues to understand that it's like a very simple part of his job. I mean, and like the wrong start time, that tells me everything I need to know. Damn. Yeah, and Min, if you're still here too, like I said, like even though the turtle can jump infinitely, the height that the height that you actually get from the flop dash trick is very varied based on your execution. And I'm low key almost mashing it. I'm like pushing the first part of it and then waiting a little bit for the timing that I want to get, and then mashing the second input. Oh, so that's the only way I can do it like relatively consistently. And this section is rough, even with infinite jumps. First round was totally nullified due to the inability of making an equal amount of games for each team. Ooh. What is he the like? Is he the CEO's nephew or something? Like, why is it's got to be some nepotism, right? There's no way this guy is still the guy unless they just hired him. That was on the reunion for the team. Okay. Jeez. Look, does it make you feel any better? Probably not. I believe you have to put so much reflex. Well, to get this, yeah, consistently, like, it's also execution, because it's kind of hard to do with default controls. And yeah, it's like infinite jumps, but like the height is... Like, if I gotta make a really tight... Like, this is fine. That's not an issue. It's making it through the bees and the coins and the saw blades for that section that I haven't gotten past more than twice yet. That's tricky. Yeah, dude. So you told them how to do it. Like, this is the part that's hard because I gotta go under. Okay, over. There it is. Sweet, cool. Like, yeah. So you spent your time teaching people stuff they needed to know before they were even hired, and it just went in one ear and out the other. So the Federation is going under a judicial intervention. I don't know. I think that sounds right. Yeah. So So does that mean he's like now being audited essentially? But it's law enforcement. Oh gosh. Okay. Hold on. Dang it. That part's hard. Even when coins and enemies aren't stopping me from getting through that part, like on the last run, I got through it maybe like 3 times total, so it is hard. Yeah, to me, that sounds like an audit. So like, it sounds like it's become knowledge that what's happening is not happening correctly. The professionals aren't doing it correctly, so it sounds like judicial intervention. Somebody's coming through to check that people are doing their jobs right, and then when they find out that that dude is what he's doing, he's out, right? Yeah. He was a former coworker and was called to come back this year. And you would have said no if you had the authority to do so. You already know because you're working on the ground. You know what doing this is like. Oh my goodness. Yeah. One moment. Still here. Yeah, that's rough. Like, when somebody on a team, right, is like not doing their job right, stuff's got to still get done. So that means that other people have to carry that person. Like, if they weren't there, some situations would honestly be easier because doing it yourself is sometimes easier than trying to get somebody to do it right. I will read that right after this section. Dang. Yeah, I didn't know him before. It's crazy how he was considered competent for the job. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, like, is he someone's nephew or something? Like, how the heck did he get into the position he's in if you gotta hold his hand and do it for him? Not even hold his hand, like, do it for him. You tried to hold his hand and teach him how to do it, and it didn't work, so it's crazy, man. Last. Ooh. What I really want, too, more than anything, from anyone that decides to spend time here in this stream with me, is give me something to talk about. So, please, let me know what's going on. Not any nepotism, it was just an opportunity that was open for him to come back. Okay. But even in the first place, right? Oh, how did he get, like, former competitions director is... Whoa. Your new favorite barista here making those... No way! What's up, dude? Nice to see you, brother. I restarted stream because the Sober Cart guys wanted to play a quick round with me, so we did that. So, you know, I'm the spin-off. I'm like the guy on the stream who's doing another stream while we're not playing Windswept. Thanks for tuning in. Let me explain what we're doing here. Yeah? Let's see, hold on, let me read this. As replacement was a nice advocate, but not really available to work much. So it would have been, if that dude could have been. Yeah, see, my boy Dom here is telling me, let's see, good to see you. That's okay, dude. Like, if you never showed up, that's fine. Like, I still love you. Thanks for the coffee, man. I appreciate that. Like, I don't know what I was thinking about or how fast I was moving when I thanked you for it. I didn't thank you enough, I think. That's awesome, dude. I'm never expecting anything. Okay, this is hard. Okay, so, I'll take the time to explain what I'm doing here. This is a platformer, as you can see. It's very similar to Donkey Kong Country. This little turtle's name is Checkers. The way Checkers works is you can ground pound in the air. That's unique. Appreciate it, man. Like, I'll have money ready to pay for it every single time, but you're a homie. Cause yeah, like, you know, I know people get in trouble and stuff, but you know. Oh, wait, okay. So, oh, I'm dead. I'm so dead. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Okay. So, you can ground pound with this little turtle, and then if you press the attack button, which causes you to do a roll like Donkey Kong Country. This game is very similar to Donkey Kong Country if you've ever played it. You can like roll off ledges and still jump like that. You don't get a double jump in this game. You can get a pseudo double jump with Checkers the Turtle because you can ground pound midair. Now if you do that attack button during your ground pound, you get a little air dash. See? And but it's kind of like an up B from Smash. You can't do a second one until you touch the ground or hit an enemy. So you get that. But if you hold forward, hold the jump button, and cancel the fail animation into another ground pound, you can do this, which the developer of this game knows about this and is leaving it in because it's cool. And you know, you might think infinite jumps, right? It breaks a oh boy, infinite jumps might break a platformer, right? Well, maybe in Mario, but the challenge I'm going for here is I need to pass this level without defeating any enemies, and without collecting any coins. So you see these enemies, of course they're obstacles, right? And if I just kill them, then fine, I'm good. But with this challenge that I'm doing, if I kill any enemies, or if any enemies die while they're on screen, so if another enemy or a saw blade kills the enemy, I will also fail the pacifist challenge. As if these saw blades weren't hard enough. The coins down here are also saw blade. Oh, whoops. Nice to talk about this crazy shit here because, like, dude, I'm inviting that, man. Like, give me something to just yap about because I don't want there to be dead air for anyone that's like, listening to the stream while they're like cooking or studying or trying to fall asleep. That would be the coolest thing that I want. Until, Okay, so see, I have infinite jump. Damn it! Yeah, Dan, please give me another crazy topic. So see, my barista homie, whose name I need to learn. I don't know if it's Gav or Love. I should have learned your name already at this point before it came to the point that you bought me a drink, man. But for now, until I know your name, I'll call you, yes, my favorite barista. You're cool, dude. Oh. Today I was in a video call with a Harvard student. Kind of crazy. Okay, yeah. So see these like big jumps I'm getting forward with the little star trail? It's because I'm jumping out of the drop dash, so you can carry like the momentum you get from the drop dash. That's what it's called, the air dash thing. Forward. I can generate a lot of momentum by drop dashing and immediately canceling out of it. Oof. Ooh. Okay, let's see. He said, consider that I'm a Brazilian guy living in the poorest state. Okay. Considered. Yeah, so this is also super hard mode, because I've already 100%ed this game, going for achievements that don't even exist, because doing it pacifist without any enemies dying is one challenge, and then doing it coinless is an entirely different one. But the developer of the game said that it's possible to clear every single level with both of those, and get both of those achievements at the same time. And I wish I didn't know that, almost, because I know it's possible to clear each level without touching enemies or coins compounded at the same time. Well, now I have to do that because I'm attempting to 1000% this game, which means 100% and literally anything else that you can do in this game. Consider that yeah, okay. By the way, if you didn't see from the title or whatever, this game is called Windswept. It's a little indie game developed by a team of people led by Peking Boo. If you're into speedrunning, Peking Boo is a well-known Celeste speedrunner, if you've ever played or heard of Celeste. So I think what Peking Boo had set out to do was to make Celeste like the Donkey Kong Country version of Celeste, and that's kind of what this is. It's like Celeste but Donkey Kong Country. Question. Okay, hold on. Question. Which crayon color is the tastiest or most tasty? Red. 100% red. In fact, I think this is really funny. Yes, I made it. Okay. Now it only gets harder. No, it's your English is better than people that only speak English. They're not every single person, but your English is definitely better than a lot of people that only speak English. It's like the education system here is a thing. No. Jeez. Yeah, no, it's so true, dude. Like, I think, when you have to learn it as a second language too, it's you respect it more and you gotta like. All right, sure. Thai. Okay, yeah. I'm Hell yeah, Gav. Yeah, no, go, yeah, dude, use the stream however you would like to. You know, if it's just to show me some support on a like or whatever. Ouch. If it's just to show me some support with a like or even a click, like, I love it. Thank you so much. But, you know, don't feel obligated. If this is not what you're into watching or putting on in the background, you know, then don't. Like, but I do appreciate it. Ooh. This stream and this channel, the reason I didn't give you this one originally was because, let's see, damn, it's a local joke here that Americans, dude, no, 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 no. It's not just a joke for you guys. It's not just a joke for everyone else. It's a joke for us Americans too, dude. It's so true. Okay, 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 okay. And I live in California, which last time I checked, which I haven't checked in a while, has like the what 49th worst education in the state. Okay, here we go. I've never made it this far before. Oh my god, I'm crazy. Yes. Okay, cool. You know what'd be cool is if there was a checkpoint right here, so I didn't have to redo the whole level every single time. And there is if you're playing the game normally, but on super hard mode, no checkpoints. Literally, if I touch anything, I gotta restart the whole level all over again. So, and I've never made it this far before. You do have infinite jumps if you have the tech skill / execution to. Oh my god! But just because you have infinite jumps does not mean this is a trivial task by any stretch of the imagination. It could be a little easier if I decided to try to go coinless and then pacifist separately, but because I'm doing both for no reason at all, there is a list of like that I found from the Discord server for this game, Windswept, of what people have like completed. Like if they were able to do, for example, this level coinless, there's several checklists. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, on one stream I got. Wait, considering that it was a list I got from the Discord server, which are, you know, there's a little selection bias there for people that are really into this game. Oh, I made it again. Nice. Basically, to my knowledge, unless somebody else has stated, but as far as public record, there are several challenges in this game that nobody has been able to do in the Discord server. Okay, cool. Alright, home stretch. Okay, I've never made it this far before on this particular. That prawn's gonna kill me. Oh my god, the coins killed me. Okay, and we go again. Okay, catch up on chat. Yeah, dude, what was I talking about? I was talking about a flight to Denver at work today, and I realized that, ooh, I couldn't point to Denver. I couldn't point to Colorado on a map. But I failed. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I'm not good with like locations and capitals and all that crap. I'm not. Ooh. I definitely like. I couldn't point to Denver on a map because I'm a dummy. I definitely failed geometry in school because I don't know where stuff is. And I failed geography because I didn't bring my new challenge. Hit map quiz every round. Yo, like, I told my friend that was kind of getting into this game after playing Celeste. I mean, he gave this game a chance after beating Celeste. He thought Celeste like reminded him of me, and it seemed like a game that I would love. And I haven't played it because I know as soon as I do, it's going to take over at least 8 months of my life. So I'm saving it. But I told him like, a game is going to be hard when they give you when they give you infinite lives. And yeah, this is one of those infinite lives game because a death counter would be kind of nice. Um, there's other ways to try. Let me actually Google map quiz. Oh, map quiz. Oh, there you go. I see what. Okay, yeah. That would help for my poor understanding of geometry. Also, I failed. I failed geography because I lost my protractor. If that tells you anything about how I did in school. But maybe I could better my knowledge of the world and the way people live in it if I did a map quiz after every death or something. That's an idea. It is an idea. Okay, so the height I gain with that little infinite jumps trick varies. Um, if you're going all the way forward, it's easier to gain height. But if you're like up against a wall like this, I think it's like 3 possible frames where you can actually gain height. One of them gains more height than the other ones. And if you don't catch that frame or the 2 frames adjacent to it, you lose height or stay in the same spot. So if you're not going forward like this, if you're not going full forward, it's really hard to gain height. And even when you're going full forward, it's still varies based on what frame you interrupt your ground pound with, or interrupt your. What exactly am I interrupting? Yeah, I'm interrupting this like fail animation. I call it a flop dash because this is called a drop dash. So if that's called a drop dash, then this is called a flop dash. Um, Depending on how you do the flop dash, exactly what frame you interrupt your ground pound or whatever with dictates how much height you get. I'm talking shit. I have any like I have any geography game. Yeah, I mean, right? Did you go to school in around here like I did too? Oh, I can't just blame the education system. Like there are plenty of people that use the same education system that I did that are becoming our president. You can do big things with what little resources you have. And I'm not blaming my teachers. I know I messed up. Oh, yes. Okay, see, so now, since I don't have the height, or don't have the range to go full forward, it's very difficult for me to gain height there. So far, that section's been like the most brutal. But, if the repetitive gameplay is not your cup of tea, hopefully the sound of my voice is something to throw on in the background when you're, I don't know, cooking, studying, doing homework, trying to fall asleep. That's so far my target demographic. Oh god, please. Yes. Okay, no. I was trying to go back and forth, and I went back when I should have went forth. But hell yeah. See that? Awesome. Like, if it doesn't demand too much attention and it's not interrupting your cooking, then I hope it fulfills that background noise kind of niche. It's rough. Yeah, you don't have to. This level in particular, if you wanted to beat the game, and by that I mean just get to the final boss and beat the final boss, this level is required, but you don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. You can do it where you have 2 little buddies. There's a duck also, Marbles the duck, and Marbles the Duck has a different set of moves, including like a hover, if you think of like Dixie Kong, and then also you can kind of, damn it, build a lot of momentum really fast just by charging it up like this, and like holding the attack button, whatever, like Sonic. He can, like Marbles, she can kind of Sonic spin dash to gain speed. So like if you're learning the game, if you're just playing the game at first, Marbles is probably easier and better. But when you get good with like the mechanics of like this drop dash thing and like, which I just messed up. But if you get good at that and are able to do it consistently, then checkers is definitely easier. So I've already 100%ed the game. You can put on a VOD, put on one of the VODs if you want in the future, or you want something to fall asleep to or something. I do react, I do, but I try to make sure that my volume isn't stabbing your ears or spiking too crazy. Try to make sure we got some relatively consistent noise. It would help if anyone has something for me to yap about, because I love to yap. But yeah, if you play the game regularly, it is still, like, depending on how far you want to take it, very difficult, sure. But they do a good job of like showing you like what you're in for with this game. Like there's a level really early on. For me, it was the 3rd level of the game, because you have to like collect secret collectibles that are kind of a currency that you use to buy the post-game content early, which I did. I was able to get the collectibles. I didn't realize the level that I was paying for was post-game, and I was like, whoa, this game got really hard really fast, and I was all for it. I was so excited when I saw that level, and it was I did actually beat it. But yeah, they do a good job of like showing you what this game is about, so you can decide like if you want to go all the way. And I have already went all the way. I've got a 100% completed profile. But this is because this game has a hard mode and a super hard mode This is the super hard mode. And what super hard mode is you don't get marbles and checkers at the same time. You don't get the duck and the turtle at the same time. You only get the turtle. And also, about halfway through each level, there's a checkpoint, but not on super hard mode. So on normal mode, if you get hit by something, you may lose marbles or checkers or Diddy Kong or Dixie Kong, depending on, oh my god, that's so hard. And you still, it's like you got like essentially 2 HP, right? You can take 2 hits before you actually just die and have to go back to the checkpoint or the start of the level. I'm dead. I'm not. Okay. But on super hard mode, you don't have any such luxury. I only have one little turtle named Checkers. Ooh. And also, touch one thing one time, and now I gotta start the whole level all over again, because no checkpoints either. And when I say touch anything, I mean I can't even touch coins. Like, you see all these saw blades that are in the level? Dumb ways to die. There's plenty of saw blades in this level, as you can see. There's no shortage of that. But I decided that I need more saw blades. And these little coins, these little star, Lucky Charms, marshmallow looking, oh no! Okay, don't panic. Don't touch anything, don't touch anything! Yeah, alright, cool. Okay. Again. Can't touch the saw blades, obviously. Can't touch the coins or that bee over there. And I died. Let me learn from my mistakes. I died because I was not paying attention to the B. I died because I wasn't paying attention to the B on the other side of that saw blade. So if I can ever miraculously get through that part I've been stuck on, I'll have a rematch against that B. Nope. Oh boy. Yes. And first try, we're here again. Oh boy. Okay. We're making it. This guy's tricky. Okay. Yeah, and then, like, even if no one is here to watch this, I am recording it too, so when I decide to spend the time on it, when I decide to spend the time on it, I will turn this into an easier series of videos to watch, where you don't have to sit here and just watch me die a million times. It'll be, you know, 8 to 12-minute sections of the stuff you are waiting around to see. You know, cutting all this nonsense out when I decide to sift through everything. Don't know when that may be coming, or at this point if, but I am recording in case I decide to do that. So, if everything goes well, you can watch my entire playthrough in less than the infinity hours it takes to sit through the VODs. But, oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Oof. And so tomorrow also I don't know if you saw my YouTube post, but tomorrow I'm catching a flight to Texas, which is where the Sober Cart channel resides. Moment. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm catching a flight to Texas so we can do an IRL stream. We're gonna do hot ones versus cold ones, because we drink beer on that channel. But yeah, the guy that hosts it he's gonna actually prepare a bunch of wings with the whole new set of hot sauces from the newest season of Hot Ones, and a couple other ones that he claims to be stronger than anything in that box. And so we're gonna do that live on stream. The rules for Sober Card are that we can't drink until the first lap is completed, so we're gonna do a whole lap suffering through that hot sauce, and I am excited for it. I'm a big fan of really way too spicy stuff, so that's happening on Friday, which is the anniversary of Mario Kart World. We will be eating the hottest wings of my life and racing Mario Kart, drinking as we do on Sober Kart. IRL stream Friday, so keep an eye out and check out at Sober Kart. Getting off a flight and immediately yeah, actually, because we did for Sober Cart Day, which was around my birthday in the beginning of February, is my birthday and like half of the rest of our stream, because we stream with about like 5, 6, 7 guys depending on who's available. I'm one of the guys that's always there with Sean, who hosts it, and what we did for Sober Cart, which you can check out Sober Cart's like VOD. Hell yeah, thank you, dude. Yes, I'm not big enough for this to be parasocial. At this point, it's a social thing. I know you in real life. We're friends at this point. But for Sober Cart Day, the challenge was to drink 30 beers in one night each. Yes, we played every single Mario Kart game except for Super Mario Kart, the old one, the first one. Except for the first Mario Kart game, we played Mario Kart 64, Double Dash, Wii, 8, and World, and we played through every single track and added up, like, you know, and also while we were doing that, we drank 30 beers in one night. And imagine drinking 30 beers in one night and then catching a plane through the most turbulent flight I've ever had in my life. It was rough. I learned why Rashad, one of the guys that we streams with, decided to catch a flight the next day rather than the day right after. It was hard. I didn't throw up. I made it. I made it fine, but it was rough. It was rough. Hold on. Okay. Yapping will not be the focus of the stream for the next little bit that we're doing this still. I will focus on the game last. Oof. I'm like, that's so cool. Thanks for showing some support. And for my own self personally, it means a lot that this is how you fill the space, or how you chose to fill the space this time while you cook. That's kind of my target right now. So if this is not a stream that you can cook to anymore, that's fine. But, ooh, there we go, I made it. Okay. I wasn't paying attention to the bee. I learned nothing from my mistake. And so, we try, and we try again. Never give up. Trust your instincts. Use the boost to get through. Use bombs wisely. I'm so excited for the new Star Fox game. I know everyone's hating it, and doesn't. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't care about how. And that's not that I don't care. I do. Like, Kat from Star Fox, yeah, she looks a little hurt. But if you think about, you know, who she is as a character, it makes sense that she looks hurt, because she's been through some stuff, man. She's probably living on that, like, space jet. She's probably living on that thing. Like, Kat probably has to, you know, stop by a planet that has a YMCA just to shower, if not, you know, use a public bathroom once a month just to even clean herself, you know? So, does she look like she's seen some... Oh, been through it, you know? Yes, because she probably has. And I think that's a smart design. She looks hurt with messed up makeup on purpose. She was way too pretty. Like, that was her whole identity in the first, or in Star Fox 64, was that she's the girl. She had no identity other than being the girl one. And since they made her, you know, the true maverick that she is, rogue pilot that she is, it's not surprising that she looks like she lives in her car, you know? Because she probably does. Good design. They gave the character identity outside of just their gender. Like, bravo. But people are complaining, like, that's not how Kat looked. She used to be pretty. Like, it's an improvement. I do plan to stream the new Star Fox game. I'll have a guest on the stream, do the run while I commentate and display it, because it is really impressive. My friend Dean is insanely good at Star Fox. At the drop of a hat, at any moment, at any point in time, I could tell him, like, hey dude, could you just, like, beat Star Fox really quick for me so I can see the ending? And he'd be like, which ending do you want? I'm like, okay. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it the day it comes out or when I'll do it, but if everything goes right, I will be... Oh, dropped it, it did. Sometimes I just ground pound, and it looks like I just died, but that's because I pressed the air dash or drop dash button on the same frame where I ground pound, instead of the ideal one frame after. So if you ever see me just ground pound to my death, it's because I failed a drop dash, so I call it a drop dead. And I failed it by pressing the air dash button literally one frame too early. If I press the air dash button one frame too early, I just die. So At this rate, we'll see. I may be ending stream after this level, but doesn't necessarily mean anytime soon. Considering, oh boy. No! It's too late on it, so I just dropped too much. But considering that we've been at this exact thing for over an hour right now, and I have made no measurable progress other than some muscle memory, that is not enough to get me through every section. I think most of these sections I have died to at some point. This one's really tricky because, let's see, chat disconnected. Oh man, what does that mean? It's trying to reconnect. That's weird. I've never seen that before. Chat rate too. I wonder if I'm gonna get. Oh. I wonder if I'm gonna get a message when it comes back up. Like, is YouTube gonna tell me when my chat's been reconnected? Or is it just gonna do it? Don't touch the blades, don't touch the blades. Sick. No! It's okay. Yeah, so I can't go the other way regularly. Damn it. See, to get through that section, because you can essentially use your jump to cancel the air dash's momentum. Because like the air dash, the drop dash, it's called, will give you the forward momentum, but if it's like too much and you want to shorten it, you gotta just like jump out of it and hit back. You know? That's what I gotta do to get between those two saw blades. Like I gotta like that's right. I gotta like jump over the first one with an air dash and then jump before I hit the second one. So pretty difficult. But practicing things that are difficult is my deepest addiction. If anyone can chat at all, I would appreciate if you told me that. Otherwise, as far as I am aware, my chat is not working at all, which maybe it is, and YouTube didn't say, alright, reconnected, you know? I trust YouTube, so I'm kind of assuming that they got it handled quickly. If not, I'm sorry you are not able to say anything to me. And I don't know what caused it. It's on YouTube's end for sure. Drop dead, that's what I just did. I need to pee, so we'll be right back. Oh, I'll be right back, Dom. I'll be right back. I just gotta pee. I'll be right back. Give me like just a couple seconds. BRB. Thank you so much for your patience, friends. I will be back. Yeah, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. I'm also back. Again. um, and that means, cool, my chat is working. Awesome. What's up, Dom? Mm, I thought of something, too. So, Mr. Dom, my friend, um, so, my friend, Gav here, um, I met because they're a barista at the Pete's at the coffee shop that I go to, and I like to go there on Wednesdays to grab a coffee, to get me ready for Wednesday's stream. And Gav bought Gav bought me my coffee this week, and I am endlessly grateful because they're also deciding to spend time in the stream here exactly the way that I would expect anyone to enjoy this stream as background noise. So I'm hitting my target, um, according to a sample size of one person, which, hell yeah. Thanks, Gav, for helping me feel like I should keep doing this. Oh no. Also, hell yeah, Dom. But I mentioned that because I am that little princess. Okay, I'm that little princess that wants to get my cold drink with light ice. And look, I'm back. Hi, I'm back. Yeah. Um, and so I get my drink with light ice, and like I think it's like what 5 or 6 shots of espresso, which takes time to pull the espresso, and also light ice. Like, you mean like there's the chance that the milk might curdle because of the temperature, because there's less ice in it? Like, there's a lot that goes into. Aw. Oh, you playing Peak? Oh, my performance or the game? I'd be down to try it because I'm a fan of Landfall games because of this game. Haste. I love this game. I love this game. I had no idea that I was looking for this game for so long and I needed it in my life. Um, both of them. Hey, new person. Oh, wait. I thought that was Dom that said that. Let's see. How do I pronounce this? Go backwards. Viceroys. Levy Lane. Levy Lane Viceroy. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining the stream. This is awesome. The two of them? Who's the two of them? Oh yeah, my yeah, my 2 viewers, 3 viewers. I don't know what it is. It's okay. Like, it's a small stream. I'm just starting this whole thing, so don't feel obligated or try to view because you like feel bad or whatever. Like, even if there's no one in here, I'm gonna be recording this, so it's okay if everyone leaves. Like, it's for a series of videos in the future, and figure why not stream it in case anyone wants to hang out while I try to record this series. Blast! Yeah, it is. That's why I'm glad I already got me one of these. Do you see this controller? I promise you, 8-Bit Dough, the company, the brand, they are not paying me at all, and they don't need to. I will happily, like, push your stuff. This is right here. This is the best controller you should be using, or this is the best controller you can be using in a 2D platformer, hands down. Because I mean, you see, this is probably the best N64 controller that exists on the market. But yeah, definitely ready for that. Definitely considering practicing Star Fox 64 again, just to get ready for the Star Fox game that we got coming. What am I doing with my life? Okay. So Levy, can I call you Levy for now? I'm gonna call you Levy. Shout out to Gotham Chess, if any of you are into that sort of gaming. Oh boy! Okay. I can explain exactly what the challenges and struggles are of what I'm doing right now? Yes, if you would like, Levy. If you're not familiar with the nuances of this game. Oh my god. Oh, you may be wondering, why am I afraid of that bee? I could have just jumped on him and killed him, right? Well, I am playing with the modifiers, because there's modifiers and assists that you can have in this game. Starts with, at the top, you got little assists, like infinite jumps to help you. Obviously, that's off, because we already have infinite jumps. But at the very bottom, the hardest things you can do are coins KO you. So if I touch any of these coins right here, I die. So they look like innocent little coins that are placed in every convenient spot that you would ever want to go. But they're actually not coins. They're actually little baby saw blades, and the hitbox is actually a lot bigger than the coin would appear. So I have to not touch coins. Also, if there's an enemy in my way, like this guy, he's not dead now, but oh, there you go. See, he didn't die. Actually, that was he. But anyway, if I kill any of the enemies, then I die. If I touch any of the coins, then I die. And it goes without saying, if I touch any of the saw blades, I also die. I don't know, are you in here from the Windswept Discord, or Levy, or are you here just from YouTube recommendations? I'm curious to know. Whatever it is, I super appreciate you clicking and hanging out for as long or short as you do. I'm here right now with my homies, Gav and Dom. And now you. So let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, threats, anything. I want to hear it. So serious. And if you don't play this game, if you like platformers, you really should. Up until this game, damn it. Cool, man. Cool. I used to, when I was really young, I couldn't sleep unless because I made it a habit. But let's see. Today is a holiday here, and I will work on a game. Ooh, cool. Oh wait, you're working on a holiday. I just realized that. Do you get extra pay? I hope. Yeah, I hope that means you get extra pay, because some places will pay you more for working during a holiday. So. Oof. Yeah, literally anything you want to talk about. I'm glad I got my boy Dom here for the time I do. Gav too. Oh. To sit with me while I torture myself. I will receive the same amount, which is better than nothing. That is 100,000% true. What's crazy is these saw blades here is really not even that hard. I mean, ooh, I almost got killed by that bee. That would have been new. Don't get me wrong, like threading the needle between those two saw blades is hard, but there are plenty of harder needles to thread in this game that's not that bad to me from what the game has asked me to do already. But that's post-game content. Only post-game content is gonna ask you to try and thread the needle like that. It's a Catholic holiday, I'm not really religious. Yeah, I'm not either. We got that in common. I am very curious about theology, because oh boy, I was raised by a very, very Christian grandfather and a very Catholic grandmother. So when I was maybe 6 years old or so, maybe 7 or 8 years old, I had a lot of cognitive dissonance, considering, I had one person telling me one thing about religion and another person telling me another thing. And they agreed to never really argue about religion, thank goodness. I mean, that's how they kept their marriage for the entire time that, for his entire life. They agreed to just not talk about it, not argue, because neither one of them are going to change. Now, the thing is though they weren't arguing with each other, I was hearing different points at the same time, and I had their argument in my head. And that caused me at a very early young age to get into philosophy. That's another thing that I could definitely talk about. Actually, oh, damn. I don't know. I think I still have it. I have like a college philosophy textbook that I will go through every now and then just for fun. Might bring it on my flight. I don't know, but it's fun to think about big things like that. If anyone is curious, something I can yap about too is, for me personally, I do have an objective, a definition of the objective purpose of the existence of life in the universe. And I think it's mathematical. I'd love to talk about it if anyone's super curious. Also, separately, an answer to the meaning of simultaneous life and consciousness, or sentience, and its purpose in the universe. I'm not saying my answers are the answers, but I have my answer. Also have my answer for, at its base, the meaning of life. All of these answers are separate in my mind. Yeah, I like, just because I like to think about them, and I want to have. So, if we want a little nugget, I'll just say the friendliest one is, I believe that the meaning of life, that unanswerable question everyone has, is to promote perpetual growth. If we as life can, in some way, somewhere in the universe, promote the perpetual growth of others and things and anything, I think that is, I don't know, our duty, but that's what we're supposed to do. And anything that... See you next stream. Alright, bye, Tom. Thanks for hanging out. Love you, friend. Good night. See you next week. See you next stream. Sober cart, wherever it's be. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I'll be safe. I'll see you on the next stream. Bye. Oh, no. Okay. It's that part every time. Like, the next part after it is still definitely difficult, but like, I think I'm actually winning against the part after it more frequently than those little 3 floating columns with the bees. It's kind of killing me here. Man, what if I actually don't even complete this? Oh, nah, I gotta do it. It's tough. It's tough. It's a tough one, you could say. They would say. See, and all the retries I gotta do getting through up until the point where I die right here, because I just want to rematch. I want to do that again. I can't believe I died there. Again. But the time it's going to take me to get all the way back there with no checkpoint, and all the retries I gotta do, this is how a speed run is born, in case anyone was curious. It's like, how in the heck can he just do this so flawlessly? Well, I'll tell you, I've said it before and I'll say it again, that anytime you see anybody doing anything impressive, and and you want to ask yourself, how did he do that? How did they do that? I'll tell you the answer. And the answer is practice. Lots of practice. And if you're like me, trying to get to that same spot that I keep dying in, then the whole level before it becomes something I've practiced a lot just to get here. Bam. And I've practiced that technique, the flop dash, quite a lot. It's still hard to do. I can explain to you how it works, and I can do it mostly for the most part, but it doesn't mean it's not hard still, even with all the practice. As I have said, practicing things that are difficult is my deepest addiction. Ooh. Examples. Juggling. I love to juggle. Because it's something that no matter how good I get at it, there's always stuff for me to practice. I'm never out of things to practice with my juggling. So juggling is something that stays with me my whole life. Poi, spinning poi, or technically, specifically, puppy hammer, if you want to look at what that is. Also something I'm addicted to. I think earlier this stream, or on the first half of it, I think I said my favorite letter is L. Oh gosh, it's a good thing. Good thing I like L's. I have never watched Death Note, in case you're trying to guess why I like L's. It's nothing to do with that. Also, I'm not super heels dug in on that idea. I love L, but I could be convinced out of it being my favorite letter. Unlike my favorite number. It's 12. 12 is my favorite number. 12 or 6, maybe, but 12. If I had to pick between the two. Okay. Alright. Man. I'm starting to wonder if I'm even going to be able to do this tonight. I do have to finish packing for Silver Cart, but also want to keep the stream like expectation kind of consistent. I do like probably 4 to 5 hours, unless I'm like doing a special New Year's one or whatever it is. Like I might go longer, but a little over 4 hours, under 5 hours total. Call that a night. And I'm not, giving up on this level yet. I don't want to at all. But time comes where I gotta wind down and go to sleep. I'm gonna do that. This is crazy is this is not even a skip level. Not even close. I have so far skipped 1 level. And this is the 4th world. We're about 2/3 of the way through the 4th world of this game, out of 5 in the main game, 7 including the post game. So we're about halfway through. Yeah, we're about like exactly halfway through the entire game. Which actually, I'm pretty sure World 7, which is the second post game world, is not possible with checkers solo super hard mode. So super hard mode I think has to end after World 6, which is the first post-game world. But again, we're here to do everything that's possible and see what's possible. And according to what people have completed in the Discord server, I have already done several things that would be, considering what people have actually gotten done, I have done several things that nobody else has in this game yet, according to public record. If you want to call them world firsts, I got 4 world firsts in one stream a couple weeks ago. And it's not like world first, you know, at anything important. It's like world first at like eating an entire box of crayons in one bite. Like, okay, but why though? Right? Who would even do that? It's not even that hard. It's just who would even subject themselves to that. That's pretty much most of these challenges that I'm going for. Or actually every single level I'm doing a challenge that is like, you don't need to do that. You don't get any special reward for doing it. It can't even prove that I've done what I'm doing. If I go back and show you the save file, there's no like check or flag or anything that says that I did pacifist and broke coinless at the same time. The only way to know that I did it is to watch the video. Oh boy. These ones are moving fast. Oh no! Oh boy. Huh? Oh, so many emotions all at once. Oh my god, what a roller coaster. So, the way I died there was, the cobby, the little crow, flew straight into a sawmill. And because the crow itself ended its own life by jumping into a saw blade, I cannot gain the pacifist achievement. The game counts me as being an accomplice to murder, and not just a witness. And so I get killed for it. If the enemies in this level decide to kill themselves, and I can see it happen, well, that'll also kill me. But like, why would the developers make an enemy that just kills themselves on screen? Well, they did it to make the already difficult challenge just that much more difficult. And I'm very grateful for it, because it's fun to practice and try. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Oh no, no! Oh, sorry if I hurt your ears with that. What? Oh boy. Okay. The possibility of me not clearing this level, this stream, is starting to become real here. Oof, boy. I saved some of my coffee for tomorrow morning in the fridge there. It's a disrespectful thing to do to a coffee, sure, but I wanted to wind down a little bit more and not be up all night like I am on a normal Wednesday for my flight tomorrow, so. Hold on. I love that like Checkers is just taking notes there. That's the idle animation that Checkers goes through. Love it. Love it. Marbles drinks out of a juice box, and it's the cutest thing. This whole game is just so cute, especially for how brutally difficult it is. I love it. I love subverting expectations. It's like my favorite thing. Oh. And doing things behind the back. That's my second favorite thing. Oof. I can dice onions as fast as anyone you've ever seen on the internet, but behind my back. I would say blindfolded too, but that's kind of redundant if it's already behind my back. I can definitely do it blindfolded behind my back. Why? Because I like to practice things that are really hard. Imagine that as a party trick. Like, imagine the party. I'm like, alright, you guys want to see this? Someone pull out a cutting board. Anyone who's got some onions? Like, party trick for no one, just for me. It's fun. Okay, this part is still fun, but very difficult. Uh, you see? You see? You've seen several times for over an hour at this point to know coins. Coins killed. Darn it. So the other thing that I'm kind of trying to do that makes this challenge even more fun is I imagine streaming a video game like this. There's likely some kids watching, and from the subscribers that I have that are that make their subscriptions public, I can tell you that probably a few kids have subscribed. And let's say there's some world where maybe I'm getting some kind of sponsor or something, and they know that kids are watching, so not only am I trying to do this entire game with no checkpoints, 1 heart of HP, half of the resources that I'm normally given, without touching a single saw blade, coin, or enemy even one time. What would also be fun is if I could try to do that without swearing. Imagine. And I got a potty mouth for sure. It's been like a New Year's resolution of mine for so many years to just stop swearing. And I usually think about it in like November or earlier, just to like, I can't just cold turkey quit swearing. Like, I gotta get there. So, think about my New Year's resolution very early in the year, compared to most people, I think. And here's my practice. This ridiculously hard game that I haven't made any progress in the past hour. And on top of all the challenges that no one's asking me to do, I'm also trying to do this without swearing, which I definitely do. It's just, okay, this is so hard. Okay, cool, because I had to gain some height there. 1 frame too early. 1 frame too early is why I accidentally killed the bee, which killed me. I also play Super Smash Bros. Melee at a relatively competitive level. I'm never winning a tournament, unless in my bracket all I have to fight are Marths. If the only character I have to fight is Marth, then maybe I could win. But other than that, at Evo 2013, I got 129th out of just over 2,000 people, and the only reason I was able to get 129th out of over 2,000 people, which is like like 60-something way tie, is because the pool that I was in had 5 Marths in it. And I eat Marth. I'm not afraid of any Marth in Melee. So if anyone watching the stream happens to be a Marth player in Melee, play me. I would love to meet a Marth player that could beat me. I play Sheik. Even more enticing if you're actually probably better than me, because at the skill levels above me, people think Marth beats Sheik. It's only at like my skill level and lower where Sheik beats Marth. So you could be better than me, and I'll still beat you, unless you're a lot better than me at the matchup specifically. And I think the current best player in the world right now is a Marth player. So Zane, that's a challenge. I know I'm no Jmook, but I'm not saying I have more experience against Marth either, but I can do that one. I'm really good at that matchup. But yeah, that game takes a lot of practice too. The last thing I was practicing before I took a little break from practicing that game for other things, sober cart, what have you. The last thing I was practicing is called a smash turn pivot jump auto cancel back air. I mean that's two things. An auto cancel back air is one thing, but doing an auto cancel back air after a smash turn pivot jump is actually a useful thing in that game. Which is I didn't realize when I was learning to do it that to do it correctly, it's actually 3 one-frame windows in a row. And that's what I was practicing. I didn't know that it was 3 one-frame windows when I was practicing it. If you told me that, I probably would not want to try it. But like every time I was practicing it, come on, yes. Every time I was practicing it and getting closer, I felt like, ooh, you know what? I think I'm kind of getting it down. I think if I practice a little more, I can do this. Oh, so close. But you see, like those first little obstacles there, I can have a higher success rate there than the part right before it. Which if I wasn't playing on super hard mode would mean that I got to the checkpoint. But because this is super hard mode, no checkpoints. Oh boy. No. Okay. Okay. Things I can talk about forever. Number 1, melee. Number 2 is probably like a 19-way tie. It's probably like a 19-way tie between a lot of things. But I can talk about melee forever. If anybody watching the VOD or the live stream would like to play me in melee, just check out slippy.gg. Type that in to your... Oh! Just look up slippy.gg and they will provide you with basically all of the resources you will need to play melee online, and you can play with me. I would love nothing more than for a viewer to beat me in melee. That would make me so happy. And would kind of automatically turn you into like one of my best friends. I don't care who you are, how we know each other, or why we're talking to each other, but if you play melee, you are my family. Oh boy. Yes. Oh no. That was so dangerously close. It was such a miracle for me to get through that section, but I just threw it away. See, and just naturally, I'm thinking about how to do these sections faster, because I just want to rematch against this guy. It's really like this saw blade right here, these two, and the bee, everything. Is there any other way I can go, you may be wondering. If I were doing if I were doing pacifist by itself, and I was challenged to not touch the bee, I would go under the floating pillars. But there's a collectible, a cloud, which is kind of like the DK coin of this game if you've ever played Donkey Kong Country. There's one of those underneath the second floating pillar. So if I were doing pacifist only and I didn't want to kill the bee, I would simply go under. Yeah, I would simply just skirt right next to the lava and go under. That would be significantly easier than taking the path that I'm taking. And if I were doing pacifist, then I would simply take the path that I'm currently taking and just kill the bees. Be no problem. But because I'm doing Broken Pacifist at the same time, the only way to get through this is what you're seeing. So, who knows? Next week, we might be right here still. But I say that a lot about the section of the game that I'm working on. It always feels like, this stream might just be a repeat next week. But I think I can, if I stop here without making any progress, I think if I start stream here next week, I'll be able to clear this level before the end of the stream for sure. But as it stands, 1.5 levels is what I've been able to complete in this, almost 4 hours I've been streaming tonight. 1.5 levels, meaning I completed the previous level, and then this one I've 100%ed, as you can see by the pinwheel, the cloud, the comet, the 2 moons. Those are all the collectibles, minus 1 super secret collectible on this level that there's only 1 of in every world. That might be a separate attempt. Very difficult, that one. Much harder than anything you're seeing here. But I did do a lot of really, like the record. There's like a vinyl record you can, oh, here goes. Well, it is 9 my time. I can keep going. I still got a little bit of coffee left in me here. OBS still says I have 1 viewer. And my very first viewer, Cyber7, shout out to you. Oh, stuck with me. And I said, as long as I got 1 viewer, I'll keep going. Tonight, I do have to catch an early flight tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll be able to promise that I'll be here as long as anyone else is. Charging, but hell yeah. Yeah. I've also found that the number of viewers that I have in OBS is nah, bro, you got, yeah. Okay, then if you're gonna stay forever, then I'll kick you off when it's time for me to sleep. And yeah, thank you so much for the retention. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the coffee. Thank you for existing and just breathing more oxygen into the world. That's what we love, I want the world to be filled with people that look in the mirror and see everybody else in their lives. I want you to live your life the way you want. Don't listen to me at all, but you breathe more oxygen. Hell yeah. And actually too, Gav, do you have a Switch 2? If you have a Switch 2, please join us for our Mario Kart World streams. If you don't, totally fine. Maybe even still join us for our Mario Kart World streams on Sober Kart. If you even just want to listen to our banter. Oh, you do? Dude, then you're more than welcome to play with us on the other channel, youtube.com/@SoberKart, which our time on the West Coast starts at 5 to 5:30 at the latest. We've been having some issues. Sean, the guy that hosts the whole thing and runs the channel, he's been having some computer issues, fiber optic internet cable issues, power issues. But it's not this. There are definitely some really good players. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's Mario Kart, so anything can happen and you could lose it. But also, the Mario Kart drinking game that people do, where the rule is like, you have to finish your drink in X amount of, by the end of the race or whatever, and then, and you can't drink while you're driving. Damn it. Yeah, we do that. Except, you know, for the stream would be much shorter if we did one beer per race. Um, uh, obviously more than welcome. I personally of the group, I understand alcoholism very deeply, and I wrestle with it very deeply. So if you don't drink, they might tell you that it's encouraged to play along with us. I say if you're not a drinker, don't start. But if you do, then might as well do it with us, right? These guys are awesome. It's three of them are brothers. They're all in like Texas. Well, one of them lives in Oklahoma, but they're all like 2 to 4 hours apart from each other, you know. And so the way that they still hang out is they play Mario Kart, and then one of them got the idea to say, why not stream it? And that's Sober Kart. And I met them. They allowed me to be a part of their stream, which also started this stream. So, but yeah, so instead of the typical, one beer per race rules that we did in college that everyone did, we'll do like 2 beers for 6 races as a set. We'll do like a set of 6 races, and at any point, as long as you're not drinking while you drive, and obviously drink during the race, not in between races, you got 6 races to finish 2 beers. Way more chill than the drinking game that we all know and love from those days, right? A little more manageable. Otherwise, the stream would be over in like an hour rather than 4 or 5 hours. And we also have a separate rule just for the sake of content. Again, you can choose to follow which rules you want, but if you want to play the way we're playing, this is what we do. The strategy back in college was to or one of them was to just drink as much as you can right as the race starts, and then you're have a higher chance of getting a really good item because you're in a late placement. It works out to do that. So since we're only drinking the 2 beers over 6 races, to up the ante a little bit and to create a little bit more content, we're also not allowed to drink on the first lap. So you gotta cross the finish line the first time before you can start drinking. That way there's a little bit of room too and variance, and when we all if you're ahead, you get to start drinking a little sooner. It's fun. Conveniently, those rules also work nicely for the hot ones versus cold ones challenge we're gonna do on Friday. Because if you can't drink on the first lap after the bomb, it's gonna be you're gonna see us struggle and play a game that we are otherwise good at. I mean, can't speak for my own skill. I'm kind of dog water at the game, but really into Mario Kart just because I played Wii competitively in a clan back in the day. But that was a long time ago, so the meta for Mario Kart has changed since then. So I kind of suck, but it was such an important part of my life that I wanted to try to take Mario Kart World as seriously as I had the attention span for. And that led me to finding Sober Kart. So. Okay. Alright, when am I going to stop here? This is looking it's kind of rough. Maybe if I don't get to the crab section by 9:30, then I'm gonna end the stream tonight. Thanks for kicking it with the Gav, and everyone else that decided to watch. Dom, Scotty J, King of Shadow Arts, Levy, thank you. First time viewer, nice to see you. But this is looking like it might be a beginning of stream fixation, and to be honest, we might be getting to the point in this game where it's one level per stream pretty soon, because again, this is not even the part of the game that is hard. This is the part of the game that is decidedly not hard yet, if you can believe that. So it's a really good game. If you like platformers at all, I used to say Celeste, and I still stand by, at the time, probably the greatest platformer of all time. And in my mind, this game overtook it on concept. Because like I like Celeste and all, don't get me wrong, you know. But notice that there are no enemies in Celeste. That doesn't mean that makes it easy, because the enemies and the obstacles are the level themselves. This is more like a traditional Mario / Donkey Kong Country style platformer that challenges you the way that Celeste does. Hell yeah. Yep, you see? There it is. Yeah, dude, you definitely should. Like, it's not the exact same as, and see, that's why I haven't even, like, I already know, again, on concept, when I saw what Celeste is, I was like, whoa, okay, instantly buy that game right now, and I'm gonna not play it yet, because I don't know if you were here when I said this earlier, but I was like, I'm kind of saving it, because I'm not gonna be able to get back that first time I played it ever again, and I know that when that time comes, that game is going to take over at least like 8 months of my life, and it'll be all I can think about for like 8 months at least. Oh. And again, the developer of this game, you might be in the market to hear this, the developer of this game, or lead developer, the creator of the game, is Peking Boo. I don't know if you've heard the name before, but Peking Boo is a well-known Celeste speedrunner. So a well-known Celeste speedrunner is the guy that created this game and led the development of it. There are, like if you watch the any percent speedrun, there's at least, depending on who's doing it, at least 2 wall clips. And the developer knows, but Peking Boo, I should say, Peking Boo knows that you can clip out of bounds in this game. Now, they said that if it doesn't ruin the game and make it like not fun to play for everybody, then it's gonna stay. Like when Peking Boo saw the out of bounds clip, they thought, wow, that's really cool, and if this game makes it on stage for AGDQ, which is Awesome Games Done Quick, a speedrunning charity event, it's going to be entertaining for everyone to watch. The speedrun route that people take for this game, there's levels that you have to like complete to any percent, but there's like an early exit for the levels that are like not entertaining to watch, but are just more of like a challenge to play. So like even on the like speedrunning audience level, Peking Boo has thought of everything. Like even watching the speedrun, it's not going to look like this. It doesn't look like what you're seeing now, because this is like the walking on eggshells impossible challenge. And if you do get the game, I have made a tutorial on how to do all of the advanced movement on the channel. It's one of my few completely produced videos. All the advanced stuff you'll need to get through the hard parts of the game, I go over and teach. And then I have a separate video, less views, smaller video, on how to, because all of the bosses in this game, it's kind of cute. I won't spoil it, but all of the bosses in this game have either a way to skip them or a really fast, like, way to end it, like a quick. Damn it! That's the first time I died on that saw blade this stream. But I keep dying to this one, even though I keep saying it's easy. Okay, still good. If I can get to the crab, that will give me a little bit more motivation to keep going past 9:30 here, but it's got all good things have to end eventually, and otherwise I could just do this all night. I gotta get some sleep before I flight, so oh yeah, I should also, oh, I forgot the rule. Because jumping on the pill bug is like jumping on a Koopa, where he just hides in his little shell, and that doesn't count as killing him, right? But when I hit him into the bee, that definitely killed the bee. So, run Ender. See, there comes a point too when it's like I've practiced up until this point so much. Like one of my friends is like, "Dude, just you don't need to like talk to chat so much. You don't need to talk to chat so much, you know? Focus on the game. Some people are tuning in to see your gameplay and like, look, like this part of the level here, like that could be tricky your first time through. Drop dead. Um I've practiced it so much. Like, see, I was quiet there explaining the challenge and I died. Like, it's not the talking for sure that's killing me. You know what's killing me is the damn game that's killing me. This thing is, this is hard. Oh boy, damn it. This is definitely not the hardest section I've had to deal with in this game. Even on this like super hard mode second save file I'm doing, this is not. Again, so far I have skipped one level. I could try and come back to it for a little bit. So I don't know. I might go back to that level at the end. I don't know, but by skip I mean I completed the level. I just wasn't able to do it coinless. Oh god. Okay, cool. Okay. Damn it. Jumped a little too far. Yeah. Windswept. Greatest platformer of all time. Like, I wasn't even planning on starting this channel until I was a little bit more prepared and ready to run it. But when I saw this game, I can't believe I didn't know about it when it was on Kickstarter. I would have given so much money to this game because of what it is on concept. The Donkey Kong Country version of Celeste. Hell yeah. I was like, I don't know how many people even know about this game, but these kinds of games are important to me, and I didn't know about it, so I gotta put more content about the game into the world. Dang. So more people can see how good this is. Ugh. And Weatherfell, the studio that makes this game, they kind of just started a YouTube channel too, making shorts about why the game is cool. I wonder if Peking Boo has ever tuned into my stream. I post about it in the Discord server. The Windswept Discord. I'm not too super active in that server yet, because I still got more to do before I get to the point of actually speedrunning. I am working on the speedrun. I have like the last 3 levels down. But when I decide to add more, say the last 4 or 5 levels to the game, it's gonna be when I decide to, you know, spend the time to practice it. Right now, I'm not to that point yet. I still got plenty of stuff to do before. Here we go again. Oh. Got a little bit of chest pain from that one. So invested. Boy, okay. Almost there. Try a couple more times. Alright. Try a couple more times here. This game does a good job of teaching you how to think about platformers at a very high level too, because it kind of teaches you how, or the importance of tracking global cycles in levels and how to track global cycles. This game teaches you how to do it. And I don't know if you've noticed, or like I've said, the two characters you can control, Marbles the duck and Checkers the turtle, they have different mechanics. They can like piggyback on top of each other, and what you can do when they're piggybacked adds a whole bunch of depth to the game. One of the things you can do, if you have Marbles on point in the lead, you can put Checkers on your back and throw him like a Koopa shell. If you're familiar with Kaizo Mario, that means yes, you can shell jump in this game. And I did not know how to do that. I did not know how to shell jump before I played this game. Not that good. I played a lot of Donkey Kong Country. I did speedrun some individual levels, or ILs, as we call them in the business. Because it's just fun. And maybe I'll stream Donkey Kong Country at some point. I don't know. But enough people have seen Donkey Kong Country. Not enough people have seen this game. So, that's why we're here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. I can't believe I just streamed a whole level for 2 hours to no measurable progress whatsoever other than muscle memory. That's progress, though. I'm gonna lose a little bit of that progress next week when I try this level again. But next week, I'll have the full 4 to 5 hours to dedicate. And there's no way that this level's gonna take me more than 5 hours. More than 5 hours. But so far, 2 hours. I think the longest I've actually spent on one section was, 5 hours, I think. It was the longest I've spent in one section of this game. On the road to 100%ing the base game. Honestly, you could probably 100% it without spending the 5 hours the way I did, because of course I was going for both achievements at the same time. Coinless and Pacifist, which you don't even need to do. In order to get the achievement in-game, if you want to 100%, there's 60 levels. You only need to make it through Pacifist 40 out of the 60 levels, and then separately you need to make it through 40 out of the 60 levels coinless. And then that's, for achievement's sake, 100%. Now, if you do 60 out of 60 coinless, and then 60 out of 60... Oh, other way. If you do 60 out of 60 pacifist, and then do 60 out of 60 coinless, you will have all of the same achievements that I'm gaining. And it will be significantly easier. Coinless is harder than pacifist, so do pacifist first if you're trying to do that challenge, and then coinless after if it wasn't hard enough for you. If you're a true masochist, as I am, it is possible to do both. I'm trying to see if it's possible to do both with the turtle only. So this is actually my victory lap. But don't worry, it's victory lap 1. There will be another victory lap after I get through this. And it will be much harder. They're going to give me checkpoints in my second victory lap. Which sounds like it would be easier. But let me tell you that marbles is harder to get through the game with than checkers. Marbles can't fly. Yes, the duck can't fly as good as the turtle in this game. The turtle flies better than the duck. But of course, it's something you do need to practice to be able to do this stuff. Like this requires practice. It's hard to do and be productive with. So if you haven't practiced the stuff that I'm showing you here, or that you're seeing here, then marbles is easier. But once you learn to play the game, checkers is definitely easier. Also, that doesn't mean that one makes the other one completely obsolete in every situation, because checkers swims in the water a little bit faster, and the shape of their hitboxes is different, but marbles actually moves faster on the ground, which that part's unsurprising because you know turtle. So if you're like speedrunning, like even though if you're just generally playing through the game, everybody that plays this will tell you that checkers is better. Like when you first play the game, you'll probably think marbles is better because the hover, the things that make the game easier that checkers doesn't have. But then once you get really good, you're like, oh wow, checkers is actually a lot easier because I can, you know, trivialize the challenges of the game because I can kind of fly. But there's still a challenge to be had with that. Now marbles being faster and having less tools when you're really, really, really good at the game becomes better than checkers. It's harder to control marbles to get through the levels, the duck. But it's funny. When you first get the game, marbles is better. And then when you get good at the game, checkers is better. And then when you get really good, marbles is better again. It's kind of cool. Dynamic. I would love to just use checkers for the entire game, but you can't. You need marbles sometimes. Alright. Well, it's been fun. I had a blast. I'm so glad I did this. I was considering not doing it tonight so I could sleep for, you know, Friday's stream, IRL stream with Sobercart. So tune in to the Hot Ones versus Cold Ones stream on Friday, June 5th, the anniversary of Mario Kart World. And thanks for watching. I love each and every one of you, especially you. But that will end the stream. So, bye.